Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of our series on how to mix and master trap. Yesterday, if you haven't seen the video, we went over how to mix trap. Today we're going to go over how to master trap. So if you look at the screen, I'm already in the track here. I left off right where we left off yesterday. So we're going to pick up here and I'm going to go ahead and actually export this particular track. I'm going to export it straight into, let's see here. Well, first I'm going to click cancel, make sure all my loop braces are reset. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to export this into the project file. And we're going to wait on that to process, so grab a cup of tea, some coffee, maybe a beer if that's more your thing, and I'll see you back here in a second. Bing! There is no sound effect for when Ableton finishes rendering, but there is an After Effects and it's pretty awesome, so I wish they had something like that in Ableton. Ableton, if you're listening, come on man, get a cool sound effect for this thing when it's done rendering. Come on, you're an audio program. Anyway. So, here we are. We've got all of our stuff together. We're ready to do some mastering. So what I'm going to do is actually go ahead and open my super secret mastering template. Just kidding, it's not a secret. But I'm going to open my mastering template. Alright, now this is a mastering template from a different project, but the track I use on the bottom, the effects that I use are all the same, no matter which particular template you're looking at. So I'm going to save this as, let's see here, 365.118 master. Perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this track, which was the track from 2 days ago, and I'm going to put in this track. I'm going to rename this track just for the sake of keeping everything accurate. Alright, so now we've got our trap track in here. I'm going to make sure the tempo matches. And we are ready to master. Now mastering, really all it is just a little bit of glue and paste that makes the mix sound solid. You're just bumping things up and getting it ready for the radio basically. So I'm going to turn off all of my mastering chain. I'm going to turn off my limiter, my EQ, warm up the highs, overdrive, glue compressor, turn it all off. I'm leaving this EQ8 on. And as I've said before in my other videos, all this EQ8 does is it chops off the very bottom and very top ends of the actual noise that you're hearing come through the speakers. And it makes it sound a bit more old school analog, like a vinyl record would if it had been, mastered in the 70s or the 80s. That's entirely a stylistic choice. You don't have to do that by any means. It doesn't help the mix. It just makes my music sound a little bit more unique, in my opinion. And if you disagree with me, that's okay. So, here we go. That's a bit soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn on my glue compressor, and we're going to bring this down to 0 and slowly inch it up. In fact, I should go ahead and grab a more active part of the track, and I'll do that right here. Yep. Alright, let's listen to this part of the track. Again, I'm looking at my master to make sure I'm not going over 0. That's about right. I'm not going to add any overdrive in because this is a plugin that I only use if I'm mastering acoustic music or band music. So moving straight along to the warm up the highs plugin, go ahead and turn that on. That's really kind of a set it and forget it plugin that I have. Let's see what it sounds like. You might not be able to hear that over the microphone, but that does significantly warm up the higher frequencies in my song, and that's what it says it does. The end. Let's go ahead and turn on my EQ8 over here. This EQ8 is designed to stereo widen by using mid-side EQ. So this is just going to widen the sound out a little bit and give me sort of an expander type of thing. Alright, so we've hit a peak of 1.37 decibels. That's pretty much perfect. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my limiter to make sure that the internet streams don't go over 0 decibels and get that crappy, nasty, crackly, poppy sound that you sometimes hear on tracks that aren't mastered properly. And we're going to call this a day. Now guys, this is a pretty short episode. And the reason for that is because I recorded this episode at the same time I recorded the mixing episode yesterday. And the reason I did that is because I'm traveling today on my way to Greenville, South Carolina to play a show. If you're in Greenville, South Carolina today and you'd like to come out and have some fun on a Friday night, come over to the radio room. I'm going to be playing there with a bunch of other guys. It's completely for charity. Show up, buy a copy of my new album, which is W Part 3. I'm going to put that up on the screen here so you can see it. And I'll just be hanging out. Come meet me, say hello. I might have something free for you. I might not, who knows. But you're not going to know if you stay at home. So get out, see some local music, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As usual, it'll be a videotape of my performance. My name is GARDNSOUND. Fresh beats in the description below, including a new song for today that isn't this trap mastering thing that we've been looking at. I have a brand new song for you that I wrote. So click the link in the description below, and we'll listen to some music together, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.